Hi friends, welcome back to Andrea Fontana Beauty. Today we're gonna be doing something a little different than I've been doing. Let's face it, as a makeup artist, when you see pictures of celebrities or, I don't know, people who get their makeup professionally done, go to events, I look at the makeup first. And so I really enjoy recreating celebrity looks and I love sharing different ones with you on Instagram. And I found this one of Shay Mitchell that I just love. Now she's obviously deeper complected than I am, but I've even styled my hair, put on some gold earrings so that I can really mimic this look. I'm gonna let it zoom in. So it's a really pretty burgundy brown, but we're gonna try to recreate this look today. I think it's gonna be really fun, especially because if you read my latest blog post, you would have seen that I recently purchased, this is the Mercury Retrograde palette by Huda Beauty. I mean, stunning packaging. What's funny is that I found this photo, shared it with another photo and asked you guys which one you'd rather see, and like, I wanna say like 70 people versus like 10 wanted to see the Shay Mitchell look. So that's what we're going with today. Then I got this palette in the mail and I was like, wait a minute, I might be able to do this entire look with just this palette. Because some of the shades they just definitely remind me of it. So we're gonna try to do it. I also pulled this little guy because I just haven't used him ever, maybe? This is the Pure Nude 3B eyeshadow palette. So it's this tiny little matte guy with 3 little shades, and I thought that these two, honestly all 3 of them, probably would help with this look. I'm going for a very like burgundy brown, not too warm, so definitely more like a cool toned brown look with that pop of pale pink shimmer in the eyelid, which again, this Huda Beauty palette has. So I'm even gonna do the lips today. So we're gonna recreate the entire look and I hope that you enjoy this. If you have any celebrity looks that you really love, that you've seen, that you wanna see me recreate, comment below, leave them, send me links, DM me. I'm always here for taking suggestions. Let's see how this goes. To begin, we're gonna start with brows. She's got a pretty full brow in this look, pretty full and pretty defined. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black, and I'm gonna start on the bottom and just fill in these areas to give me a more uniform look. Kind of sharpen up my edges. Her brows are actually not that differently shaped than mine. So we just filled that one in. We're always gonna brush up and out, just like that. I always start with the outline, because once you outline it, you often don't need to do quite as much inside as you think you do. Just like that. I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but I need to do my brows. So when I've freshly done them, I will often use a tinted brow gel because the shape's already pretty good. But as lines start to get kind of blurry, I like to go in with a pencil because it just helps kind of give them shape again. So those are our brows. Next, we're gonna go in with our Fenty Pro Filter eyeshadow primer. If you've been watching my tutorials recently, you know that I've been using this recently and really loving it. To start this look, I'm gonna go in with the shade Momentum. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush because I just wanna get a good, fast, quick, easy color. So we're gonna start by going in with Momentum, and we're gonna put that all the way from the lid up to the brow bone. Just like that. And the reason we're going all the way up is because this look is pretty blown out, meaning that it goes past the crease and it really fades nicely. It's really beautifully blended, but it fades in kind of above the crease. So I want to make sure that we have a really good base all over the lid so that when it comes time to blending, it's super easy. So that's a good base. Now I'm going to go in with Karma, which is like a medium tone brown that is honestly kind of cool toned. And we're gonna start building the shape of this look. So this is a pretty fluffy brush, as you can see, and I want to get that really nice and blown out look, which is why I'm using a really fluffy brush to do this, because it's going to be a pretty deep matte look, even on the lid. But in order to blend everything really smoothly, I want to make sure that everything is just like faded really nicely. So you can see I'm just windshield wiper motions like from the crease up, I would say. Just to really start building that up, just like that, okay? Really softly, just. So when you're doing looks like this, you want to make sure, for blending purposes, that you start light and you slowly get darker and darker, and you're slowly adding more and more intensity. Now, I really like taking a fluffy angled brush and taking a little bit of that initial shade, so the momentum, and just swiping that through. That's just gonna keep that blending looking effortless. So we're just building up that crease, creating our shape. Now what I think I'm gonna do, I wasn't originally, what do I wanna do? I think I wanna add a little bit of a, yeah, I am gonna go into this palette just because I love this burgundy shade right here. It's called Deep Hue, and I'm just gonna dot a little bit on that same fluffy brush, and I'm gonna intensify that crease. See how that's just like deepening that up even more, which is totally what I want. Don't worry so much about what the lid looks like right now. I'm honestly just focusing on what it looks like from the crease up. We'll fix the lid in a second, but we're just, yeah, creating that shape. Okay. Now what I think I'm gonna do is add, honestly, I feel like I wanna add Utopia mixed with Karma on the lid. So I'm gonna go in with, Utopia's a little bit orangier, and I wanna go in with Karma, and I wanna put this right on the lid, okay? Okay, so you can see the look is starting to come together. But I just want this to be darker brown. So we're actually gonna go in with that same Deep Hue shade right here, and we're gonna put that on the lid now. I think if we had gone in with Deep Hue straight away, it would have ended up being too dark. So again, we're just buffing. Now, taking a really tiny detail brush, I'm gonna go in with Cosmic, which is this beautiful pale pink shade, and I'm going to, I like that this one is pointed because it allows me to be really specific. Okay, I'm kind of starting, I'm actually pulling up with this because that's kind of the look that this gives. You see that? It's like this intense of the color and then it disperses up, so that's kind of why I'm starting at the bottom there. And then like pulling up, if that makes sense. We're just getting this little hollow right here. It's really pretty. It's not crazy pink, which is how hers is in the photo, which I really like. I was worried it was going to be a little bit too pink, but I actually really like how that turned out. So I'm going to line the bottom like that. It's gonna help us get some definition. On the top, it's okay if that, you can see my eyes are getting a little watery and I'm turning red because, yeah, it's not normal to stick a pencil in your eye, huh? It's very normal. If you have a really hard time, like you can't just like stick a pencil in your eye like I just did, grab your lashes and lift. Let me see if I can get an angle to show you this. And pull up like that, and then you should be able to. It's going to tickle the first couple of times that you do it. This is the L'Oreal Lay Liner Signature Pencil. We're gonna work on the rest of the face, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do my regular Lumi Glotion and my Ordinary foundation. We're gonna buff these in to the skin. Okay, now we're gonna conceal. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Actually, before we even powder, we're gonna do our blush. I'm gonna use this is the, from Nude Sticks. This is the Nudies All Over Face Color in the shade In the Nude. It's a really beautiful, just goes with this color. And I just rub some on my finger and we're just going to blush up the cheeks. I want to get a good base down before I powder under my eyes. And then if I want to go in with a little bit more, I totally can. But I find that I really like applying the cream as a base. So again, blending it out. It's a pretty bold blush look. Or it's a very monochromatic makeup look. And so I just want to make sure that we... Ooh. And I love the like dewiness because it doesn't look like she's wearing a lot of highlighter in the photo. So I love that this adds like a little bit of glow without it being highlight, if that makes sense. So now we're gonna go in and set under the eyes, which it's good to do your cream product first because then if you feel like you need to buff out any edges, you totally can. Just like that. See? It allows us to kind of blend out any harshness. So I'm just setting everywhere that I put that concealer or tend to get oily. Next, we're going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer to I love how that's looking so far. I actually am gonna go in and contour just a little bit more because her cheekbones are pretty chiseled in this. So I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush that allows me to kind of chisel a little more and like hardly any pressure. See how that kind of like just chisels things? Just a little bit more. We're not gonna highlight. I kind of just want to add a little bit more blush. Now that we've kind of got like the basis, like the rest of our makeup is placed as far as bronzer and concealer and everything goes. So see how I can like go in and like really amp up that blush just in the areas that I want. I love these all over nudies because you can put them under makeup, over makeup, and they really just blend so beautifully. So I really like how that looks. Okay, we've got some really beautiful cheeks going here. This is a really beautiful shade. If you don't have the shade In the Nude. Okay, So we're gonna finish the eyes, which is, I think, really gonna help pull the look together more. And, okay, so I have this pencil brush. Starting with a pencil brush, I'm gonna go in with that shade Karma. So starting at the outside here, and then pulling it in, we're going to, and honestly bring it down as well, because this is really blown out on her. See, this is just what takes the look to a whole another level. So we're gonna connect the top and bottom, make sure we're really liking that shape. Now I'm gonna go in with Deep Hue, which was that color we put on the lid, and I'm gonna go in again with my pencil brush and keep this a little closer. See how that darkens things up even more? You can even go back in with this little shader brush and buff again. Then what I'm gonna do is actually take I'm gonna take that initial really fluffy blending brush that I was using earlier, and honestly just like buff out all these edges. Again, I just wanna re-highlight this because I feel like it's such an important part of the look, because it is literally the only sheen in the whole look. So I love, oh, do you see now? It's like, it's totally coming together now. You can see. Again, go in with my angled flat brush. I love how this looks. I kind of want to go even deeper with this blush. Because I mean, it's a really, it certainly matches the intensity. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take Park Avenue Princess, which is technically a bronzer, and I'm gonna use it as blush. See how that just intensifies things even more. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and get this liner going for you. I'm gonna do this is the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye by Infallible liquid felt tip liner, and I'm gonna pull my lid taut. I'm sure you can see this really well. So I'm gonna pull my lid taut like this and do just the slightest, bring it all the way in. So I brought it all the way in. So I'm kind of creating, she doesn't have a wing by any means, barely wing it out. Do you see how that's like the slightest baby wing? Okay, slightest wing. And I'm gonna do that by just going down. Okay. Baby wings. I'm gonna go in with that same black liner from L'Oreal and really darken that up. So that really gave us some very much needed definition. Okay, so we're going to curl my lashes, put mascara on, and then come back and we'll do lips and finish out the whole look, and we'll see what we think. All right, we've got mascara, and our last thing that we need here now is lips. And we're gonna start with Spice from MAC. It might be the only color we do. Now her lips are very obviously over lined in this. Okay, so that's giving me the, but it's pulling, it looks so much more intense on me because my skin tone is more fair. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna put Ferris Nude over it. This is by L'Oreal, because she also doesn't have a matte finish in this look. She has a much more satin finish. That helps kind of lighten things up a little bit. But again, that just comes down to the fact that I'm fairer than her, but we're going for similar tones. All right, so here is the finished look. I didn't put false lashes on, which I like guarantee she has on in the photo, because just don't feel like dealing with that today. This is how you can take a celebrity look and get something similar for yourself. I think it's really pretty. I really like it. I'm sure the thumbnail is a photo of me posing like she's posing in this picture, so I'm sure you've seen how it compares, but let me know what you think. I think it's a really fun, beautiful look. I hope you'll try it out and tag me in your photos. I really like the cheeks. I'm not used to wearing no highlighter, so it feels like I really just have very healthy, glowy, like naturally glowy cheeks, which I really like. It's weird to see myself with lipstick on. All right, I will see you guys soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.